Scots with soul. We'll build this network. Scots and soul. Build this network on Scots with soul.
Way too much fun doing this.
Yo, what's happening, folks, and welcome back to the IndiScots Scots with Soul podcast. It's week 55 this week, and this week we have Killie returning. How are you doing, San?
Alright, thank you.
We're getting for his close-up. Look, he's kebab in the top corner there as he smiles and makes a silly face. But welcome, Killie, welcome back, San. We also have this week, we have Captain Priviledge making a return. How are you, San?
Fucking Yanni, mate. I'm doing sweet. I'm doing awesome.
He's doing good. He's also got his wee tailored logo at the top corner there with the fork across it. Heavy representing. And last but not least, we have SMviper returning this week, my co-host. How are you doing, Viper, San?
I'm making my room look like I've been bonging it up for days.
Aye.
You know, I want to have that hippie vibe, you know?
A happy
like-
vibe. I've been watching loads of E3 trailers, hitting the bong, man. It's been great. What a week.
What's E3?
What's that?
What's this?
It's that thing where you go to and you scream at the stage and go, "Way!" when Keanu Reeves comes on. I know. I'd love to go to it, but we'll get straight on to one of our first topics this week. We'll talk about how we're going to Insomnia, and that's what the donation drive is above. Viper was talking about adding a new milestone. Were you know, Viper? What were you talking about?
I am.
Uh-oh.
If we reach £1,000, like we reach the full thing, I might bring it down depending on how it goes. I will get an IndiScots tattoo.
But one.
Either the logo, as you see, is it this way? Yes, as you see, this lovely logo, or an undisclosed logo.
Ooh. If the donation goal reach was $1 million, I will get a tattoo.
Yeah, sir, $1 million is not that much.
But seriously, where are you going to have the tattoo?
Straight on my penis.
But we can't exactly stream that on Twitch.
We can't do that.
Do you know what I mean?
How do you prove that? How do you prove that? I don't want you to prove that.
Tattoo on your bum cheek.
Do
Do you know what I mean? Tattoo on your bum cheek. You're lying on a table
proof.
like that, right? That'd be a bum, and you can just, and you're streaming like that, and you're just get a tattoo.
You know what we'll do as well? To prove that I have got the tattoo, you can visit www.popeye.com.
Don't type in Popeye.
Bad things will happen. But aye, we're going to Insomnia. It's from August the 23rd to August 25th. I can't wait to go to Insomnia. I'm no looking forward to cutting about in my wrestling gear. I'm no looking forward to the leotard, but it might grow on me.
Leotard, they're so expensive.
Mate, it won't be that bad.
Disgustingly expensive.
Well,
How much was it then?
I'll get a fucking cheap one. I'll make one. Do you know what I mean?
I'll make
One.
No. I'm not.
The thing is, right? No, trust. There's a reason. There's a reason we, like, wrestlers buy this stuff from certain retailers, right? And it's because
what
when
you try to tell me I can't just buy a cup and make one?
No.
Do you know what I mean? Secure cock in cup. Cock is safe. Do you know what I mean? Will not go anywhere. Will not scare people.
So what happens if the second you thrust, or you just hear this little, just like, doosh, 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 doosh. What if it's so tight?
My character doesn't
can't
thrust
walk without
though.
it just seeing the cock and balls just
It's
swinging
Galdi
everywhere.
you've got to worry about, and his leotard, he's the one that's twerking, man. Do you know what I mean? Galdi's like, I did not sign up for this.
How do you think I feel? Oh fuck, my camera's gone blurry. Like, how do you think I feel? Right, I don't cover the top half of my body. I'm gonna have to somehow shed a shit ton of weight. I need to get like fucking spandex on my legs and the kick pads and the boots and the elbow pads.
You just get a Sharpie and draw a 6-pack on, man. Sort it. It needs to just, mate. It needs to. This Hype CW needs to just be as comical as fuck. Do you know what I mean? You're wanting to, because people, when we at Insomnia, you're gonna get people going, who are these fucking arseholes, right? But you want like at least 2 people for every group going, that's brilliant. Do you know what I mean? You want them laughing
we'll
with
make
you,
a belt
man.
out of cardboard as well. We'll get the cardboard belt ready.
Yeah, I'll
That'd
need
be
to
funny.
fucking personally draw the fucking IndiScots belt and that. Aye, we could do that. Bit of tin foil and that on it for make it shiny and
Yeah.
With
that.
crayons,
We'll get like little like you know like the little like hobbycraft gems you get and you glue onto stuff, you know, to make all that.
You've thought about this too much already.
Mm.
Mate, there's a reason I bought my Hobbycraft Club card, and it was for this exact fucking reason. So it was,
There's an idea I wanted to put forward for you about Insomnia, right? And it's seeing the lead up to Insomnia. I wanted to maybe like 3-4 weeks before it, do like an arts and crafts stream where we'll get as many of yous round to my bit as we can. We'll even get in the living room where there's a lot of space, and I'll get a load of cardboard boxes and paints and fucking glitter and all this, right? And we'll make like a good few cardboard boxes into train carriages that we can wear at Insomnia and jump about singing the hype train. Would you think about doing that? It would make for a funny stream as well. Like an arts and crafts stream, and then we'll get that. Do you know what I mean? Like we've got more boxes than we've got, so we could like leave boxes sitting somewhere. And we're doing the hype train. Grab a box, join on.
what we could do as well is that I'll put like those little PVC tubes you get.
Mhm.
What we'll do is we'll make a little chimney for like the choo choo train, right? And then when it's my turn to drive, I'll just be like, hype train.
Put IndiScots Hype CW on the suits carriages. Yes, exactly. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
We could have like different ones. Do you know what I mean? You could make your own carriage, like the Falk carriage, the SMviper carriage, the Killie carriage. The Killie carriage sounds good.
Sounds a bit.
Kellie's
rapey, I'm not gonna
kebab
lie.
carriage. Kellie's is the food
There we
carriage.
go,
There you
There's
go.
gonna be kebabs on the side of it, surely.
What we'll do is we'll load the sides with like donors, so people can be like, hey, we'll get you the blue gloves and everything. Like,
Putting Sert Kebab here on one of the boxes, so as when Kelly's like drunk at night time, we'll get him high. Just sit him in the box that says insert kebab here. Somebody will be walking by drunk with a kebab, insert kebab, and Kelly will be in there like, yes! It worked!
here's a question actually: chili sauce or the weird
Ketchup.
salad cream shit that isn't really salad cream?
Chili
Ketchup.
sauce. Chili sauce.
I'm the
Always
other one. I
ketchup.
like the salad cream, but it depends.
No, that
where I'm
salad
at.
weird cream shit's horrid.
I love
Don't eat
it. On chips, it's fantastic.
Yeah, not on a kebab.
I'm tempted to order just a kebab and eat it on stream just to watch Kelly suffer.
Oh, you dick.
Do you know, there wasn't really a lot of places that served kebabs down at Insomnia, Kelly.
I'm not going.
What
But
about
you
shawarma?
can get a just eat.
No.
You can get a just eat. And you're
What,
sitting on
deliver
it.
to the...
To your bench, you know what I mean? I'm sitting on a bench outside Insomnia. Just shout James when you jump out the motor. James, that's me, man. You got 4 Jameses up. I want that kebab. I'll pay for it.
No,
Ladies
it's
and
the
gentlemen,
Scottish
welcome
James.
to the Scots with Soul Food podcast.
But we're not
Oh,
meant to be
soul
talking
food,
about
though.
something else this week. What were we meant to be talking
B4.
about?
It was B4. We were talking about
Aye, D12.
Aye, D12.
B4.
Oh.
You know, like the channel, the television channel, E4. Fucking great channel. The Big Bang Theory. Fucking How I Met Your Mother.
No, but what was the big thing this week?
Melissa and Jane.
It was C4, wasn't it? C4
I
was
think it was
this week.
C4.
Aye. So what was your favourite games you seen at C4 this week then, guys? What do you want to talk about first?
It's Fallout. Fallout Battle Royale.
Not Fallout. Yeah,
Not Fallout.
not Fallout.
I've got
That's coming
hopes
from
for
me.
Fallout. Do you know what I mean? I hope there's a No Man's Sky story in there with Fallout still waiting to happen. I hope that shit happens. Do you know what I mean? I really do, because I love a Fallout game, but I understand the hate that surrounds it as well. We've got a few trailers that we could watch as well. We've got the Star Wars trailer, the Watch Dogs trailer, the Fallout trailer, and the Final Fantasy VII trailer. What trailer would you like to watch first?
You start off with the best. You start off with Fallout. Come on.
We'll start off with Fallout just to keep privilege.
Yeah.
Go on topic.
Keep privilege
I'll-
happy. Right, okay.
Yeah. Here, was it say that that's coming from me, a
Privilege by name,
Bethesda
privilege by
fanboy?
name.
Like, fucking Bethesda fanboy, and I'm even like, fuck off.
Right, cool. We'll watch this first, right? Use one.
Oh, he's got a beard.
It's
I'm
been
jealous.
some time since Vault 76 opened its door. And we all discovered that Appalachia isn't quite what it used to be. We encountered a lot of things. Overcame
So
a
this is a
lot
full
of
nuclear winter,
things.
or
I don't think
See, when
any
she
of us
says
expected
Appalachia
for
isn't what it
people
used to be, I thought she was going to say it
actually
wasn't what we
come back.
expected. I was like, oh, they're taking the piss at themselves, yes!
Can you help us?
Yeah, this was cool.
We've traveled pretty far. Heard there's hope here in Appalachia.
I want to
Folk
see the role
rebuilding,
that these
fighting back.
human NPCs are going to take. Because I'm not going to lie,
We'll
I
fight
feel like it's
too,
just going to be a
right
case
by your
of like
side.
vendors and
I think they've went for a more traditional Fallout with a multiplayer
We've been
idea.
everywhere and seen everything. And the one thing we've learned is this. You gotta claim the wasteland before it claims you. The question is,
But it's still in
What
that
is that?
old engine
What is
though, ain't
that?
it?
with them.
like, what was that weird monster thing?
It was a weird monster thing. It's from the wasteland, it's fucking Fallout. You know what I mean? It's a weird monster thing. It does look pretty good though. Do you know what I mean? Like, but it's a trailer. It's supposed to look pretty good. Every trailer you watch, you could be like, I want that game after it. Oh, do you know what I mean? But that's what marketers and that are for. What do you think about the new Fallout then, Captain Privilege?
well, like you're saying about the last trailer, we're bitching about a wee bit because it looked pretty damn good, and you were like, "Here, you can't do that in a game." What he's pulling, but at the end of the day, like I said about a No Man's Sky story, they're pulling this back bit by bit. At the end of the day, they said they didn't care how this was going to go. They didn't care what was going to happen with it. Have they fucked up big time?
Yes.
But I don't think it's as egregious a story as No Man's Sky. And the fact is, they have, after an example of that, to be able to pull it back. And this Battle Royale mode, straight off the cuff, is 10 times
Cameron's
better.
frozen.
Mine.
Yes.
Fucking is, it's
Look at the face.
a fucking conspiracy. Aye, well, what I'm saying is, like, I'm not a Battle Royale guy, but I've got into this big time.
It's like, and now from Madagascar.
Every time.
And the best part, right, is that like I think if someone took a screenshot, you could make some pretty funny photos with this right now. Yeah, that could go.
He's so cool with those shades.
I'm going to be honest as well. You know how you guys have been saying No Man's Sky story?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why, but in my head, I thought you were actually literally talking about like a No Man's Sky like storyline. I was like, what the fuck you guys on about?
No, I mean, like,
Fucking
Trying to
Yeah,
add
come
No
back.
Man's Sky in the Fallout 76.
I mean, the way No Man's Sky completely redeemed itself. Do you know what I mean? It went from being like the laughing stock of the gaming industry to being that's actually a well-respected game now. Do you know what I mean? So they completely turned it around, and you'd expect that a company with the resources of Bethesda should be able to turn it around as well. Do you know what I mean?
Well, you
So-
heard about the fans. The fans chipped in to get a big billboard outside the Hello Games studio that says "Thank you."
I
Hello
did
Games.
see that. I didn't know it was related. Is Hello Games working on Fallout then, I take it? I didn't know this.
No, it was named for No Man's Sky. Just saying thanks.
Oh, right, Hello
Thanks.
Games is
Actually,
No
thanks for
Man's
sticking with
Sky.
the game. It was the
Right,
fucking, No
right.
Man's Sky fans proper.
Thanks
chipped
for
in
not
and were like,
making our money £100 of collector's edition that never arrived money.
Or talk about Fallout 76, fucking 6 months later, you get a canvas bag.
I'm not gonna lie, it's not gonna be. You know what? It was nylon, right? It's not gonna be. You know what it's gonna be this time? It's gonna be just a straight up plastic bag. It'll be a bag for life. Like,
oh no. Hemp.
one of the other things with the weirds, like, right? How do you pronounce the city in Fallout 76?
Which one?
Appalachia.
Appalachia.
Appalachia is how
Appalachia.
they pronounce it. Aye,
Aye,
but
I would say
Appalachia.
Appalachia, but
Appalachia is how I
all
would
the
say it as
people-
well.
I would have
all
said
the
Appalachia.
holotapes say Appalachia.
Do you know how many? Do you know how many times I've said alopecia?
Alopecia's
Hair loss.
it's
Yeah.
hair loss,
I
yes.
was like, oh mate, alopecia looks mental. Like, and I'm
Guys
Mate,
sitting there
look,
with
it's
no
all
hair like
gone.
that, I'm going to stab this cunt. I stab this cunt.
like I'm pretty sure when I streamed it as well, I said that I was like, yeah, you know, exploring alopecia. Like it's like I don't even mean it. It's just like it just sounds like alopecia, and I just say it.
It's fucking dyslexism. That's what that is.
Bethesda's conference as a whole was pretty good, I thought. Especially because we didn't get any Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, we get
and
no
we
Elder
didn't get any their new one, which is fucking Infinite. What is it? Sky something.
Skybound or something. Yeah.
No, what the fuck's it called?
I know what you're talking about, but
Star.
Starbound, isn't it?
Starbound. Yeah. I think so.
We're totally wrong again. I can't.
It's in
I
space.
It's NN, but it's one of them.
It's
It's
in
fine. It's a
space.
spacey one. See,
We
folk
all
with computers
talk
and they can't Google it.
Starfield, that's it.
I tell you it was something.
Really?
You were all wrong.
I had the Bethesda
No, the conference
conference.
was pretty good, man. I really liked it. Like, and I'm not even big into Doom, but that
Ghostwire. Oof.
pretty sexy, pretty nifty.
Oh, it looks like. Oh, it looks nice. Are we aware as well that all our cameras are frozen on stream? Oh, and
No,
what's
the
happening?
camera should be frozen on stream.
Screen's gone black.
Watching Viper.
Oh my
Everything seems
God.
fine to me. Everything.
If you guys can hear
Well,
us
we
in
loaded
chat,
it.
press F.
What's going on?
Yeah.
What do you call a dog in a...
Yeah, I
F.
think the sound's working fine. I just tried. I can hear myself talking in it. But we're
Oh,
all
no.
stuck.
Well then.
Beautiful.
Hello guys.
And
welcome.
it just looks
welcome
like
to
it just looks like
Scots
Viper
Patrol.
shaking his boobs.
Yes, just complete
Really?
blackness. I eclipsed the sun with my man
It
titties.
seems all fine to me, man. There's nothing saying that it should be anything wrong.
What's the chat?
Hello
saying?
guys, welcome to Scots. Welcome to Scots with Soul Nocturnal Edition. This is oh wait, it's our ASMR stream. There we go.
I think it's totally fine. Look, there's me waving and there's me waving.
See, you have to listen back to that in my headphones at work. You quit that.
Oh no, it's no.
Well,
It's
it's
on
not,
at work and
it's
shit.
not working for me.
No. Oh wait.
I know. I know.
No.
Right. So we were in the middle of talking about Bethesda's conference, weren't we? That's what we were just about to talk about.
Ghostwire Tokyo.
Yes, Ghostwire Tokyo.
Goes
Yeah,
back,
Danny.
go.
We are back indeed. Thank fuck. Right, Ghostwire Tokyo time. Or we'll just go over the full Bethesda conference, right? So Bethesda news: Deathloop, Ghostwire Tokyo, and Ikumi Nakamura. So E3 2019 is over, and Bethesda's press conference is long finished. While Bethesda's name is commonly associated with Fallout and the Elder Scrolls, the publisher is also responsible for a much wider array of games. In fact, we got new looks at Doom Eternal, Wolfenstein Youngblood, along with the reveals of several brand new titles, including Deathloop, from Dishonored developer Arcane. Before
That looks kind of wild.
I've not seen that. We'll need to have a look at it. Bethesda made it clear that Elder Scrolls 6 and Starfield would make an appearance at the show. Todd Howard did come on stage and briefly mentioned the two games' names, but there was no look on them along the lines that we got last year. Sad. That said, however, I've fucked it again. I can't read. Howard did recently provide a status update of the two games, right? So let's just get to what they've done. Fallout 76, Elder Scrolls, Commander Keen, Ghostwire Tokyo, Deathloop, Wolfenstein Youngblood, Rage 2 DLCs, Orion, Doom Eternal, and that was Doom Eternal's the last one. So what one do you want to talk about?
Well, the Deathloop one looked kind of weird as well.
Aye, this is like Groundhog Day or something with assassins.
It's like a mad sort of shooter type banter type thing, but it seemed almost like there was like a two-player or at least an antagonist that you were continuously trying to face off with.
Right, so
Yeah.
And sort of
Arcane
trying to
Studios,
kill
the
each other.
developers of Dishonored and Prey, revealed their next game called Deathloop, starring as either of two playable characters who are fierce rivals. You find yourself trapped in a seemingly inescapable loop and have to use your particular set of skills and weapons to fight strange enemies and in an even stranger land. Aside from the incredibly stylish trailer which showed off some cool action, we're still in the dark about what Deathloop is about. Still, Arcane's signature style and visuals look to be in full swing with this new IP. And
I mean, that was it. The trailer left you wanting more.
Yeah,
and going,
exactly,
what the fuck, though? You know, it didn't look spectacular, but especially coming from Arcane Studios off the back of Dishonored and Prey, you know it's going to have some effort and it's going to look pretty sweet. It's a shame they couldn't keep going with the Dishonored series, but nobody bought it, unfortunately.
yeah.
I bought
It's a
it.
long run. Well, I bought it too, but the fact that the numbers weren't sufficient enough for them to keep going with it, unfortunately.
The trailer does exactly what a trailer should do, though. It makes you go, "What the fuck is that? I want to know more." So
Yeah.
Oh.
Give more now.
give more.
I'm just got to get the trailer up now. E3 2019, it doesn't Deathloop.
But especially considering they didn't have their main Elder Scrolls and Starfield. The conference was packed. It was packed with shit.
Yeah, but I think
like that.
I think it was.
Here
packed
is
'cause
said
people were
Deathloop
hoping.
trailer.
This place isn't a paradise. It's a prison. Out here, we're trapped.
We're free.
Is that Walking Dead, dude?
Endless, eternal cycle.
No? Don't think so. You hinting at Punisher boys that said Rainbow Six?
No, I'm thinking about
Death Stranding, no?
Life's purpose
Lee from
is on this
the
island.
Walking Dead games. Voice actor of the guy.
And I can't let
Yeah,
this
he's
go on any longer.
Sounds a lot like him.
The more days I repeat,
The longer that I'm out here,
the more certain I am.
of what I have to do.
It's clear that the developers watched
The
the
only
movie
way
Ring
to
of
protect the
Elysium
cycle
once
The
and
only
thought,
way to break the cycle
is to kill you.
Oh, use the force. It's got a really 70s vibe to it, doesn't it? Of course, Kelly remembers this.
Time is on my side.
1981, I'll have you know.
Same thing.
Right, so that was Deathloop. That does actually look pretty good, but like the article says, it doesn't really give much away, didn't it? No, it just pretty much is. This game looks fucking awesome. You will enjoy trailer, but that's all you get to do right now is enjoy trailer. Like, aye.
Basically,
So what else for the list? Do you want to talk about or watch?
Ghostwire. Absolutely Ghostwire.
Ghostwire. Cool. We'll read a wee bit about that then. Shinji
Ghostwire
Mikami,
is-
the creator of Resident Evil series and the Evil Within horror games, took to the stage to reveal a brand new title from Tango Gameworks called Ghostwire Tokyo. The game's director, Ikumi Nakamura, then took over to describe the studio's first new IP since Evil Within, which is set in a world where people are disappearing and monsters and mythological creatures have resurfaced. So what do you think about that game, Viper? And I'll pull up the trailers for it.
Well, when I was watching the trailer, it just generally looks like Thanos has come round to Japan and went,
Just pure click these fingers all the times.
yeah, but it's like when I saw the trailer, it's quite easy for me to like look at a game and go, ooh, oh, No Man's Sky Collector's Edition. It's just like it is a game that I'm like, okay, let's see where you go.
Peggy
with this.
16.
Like, you know, let's see what you're doing. And like I said, you know, I'm remembering No Man's Sky, and I'm not gonna buy it at the very start like I did the last time. I'm gonna wait, like, you know, because I've actually just noticed that the last 3 games I've pre-ordered, 2 of them have been an absolute bum. And it was No Man's Sky and Fallout 76. Pokemon Ultra was okay. But
So what do you think about Ghostwire then, Priv?
Just looks sexy, man. It looks quite interesting. Again,
Have you seen it in a bit, Kelly?
Rapture feel.
I've seen the trailer, and it's like, what the fuck is going on again in it? And it's, you know,
Right,
it's
cool.
written back.
I've
so-
not seen the
It's
trailer.
basically-
Let's watch the trailer and we'll catch everybody else up. Right?
Peggy
Basically
16.
Hanzo in the Resident Evil series.
Well, like you said, you've got your own boy that done Resident Evil and Evil Within, so you know it's going to have some.
Survival horror aspects.
Yeah, man.
It looks really good though, like just aesthetically. It looks like animation's really nice.
Yeah, the animations are really nice, but it's a trailer. It's not going to be gameplay.
It's the same thing as with trailers.
There's Vanessa.
Thanos click.
Oh!
Oh, so it is.
Yeah. Have you actually seen this, Scott?
No, I've not seen anything about this shit. How come the dog didn't get Thanos clicked?
Because
you're not
nobody
gonna kill a
would
dog.
dare kill a dog. Yeah.
That's a prick. It's not that bad.
I'm just asking the objective questions here, right? If we inject dog DNA, do we survive?
Don't say inject dog DNA.
If I walk about on my off-fours saying woof and barking at the wind, do I live?
But I like, in terms of like the design of the characters, the designs they've got so far are really nice. It's kind of like a Rapture type thing. The food looks oofed, but the design looks really good. I love how we've got Hanzo in the game.
Don't fear the
That should be really
unknown.
cool.
Attack it.
Or it might be Hawkeye actually, you know.
I was thinking
have
Green
a-
Arrow.
Yeah.
That does look quite good.
I'm very impressed with it.
Don't fear the unknown, attack it. I don't know
Again,
about
though,
that.
you're not
Peggy,
seeing it
That
in the
seems a
game.
bit all of a sudden alien invasion. Don't fear the unknown.
Don't fear the unknown, just run head first right at it.
You might not be seeing gameplay footage, Kelly, but I mean, like, it's just a concept at least at this point.
The concept looks brilliant. I completely agree. I mean, I'll
Same with your gamer look,
give it
eh?
a go. I'm sure.
I'll definitely wait and see what the fucking gameplay looks like. It's a different story by that point. If the
So,
last
anything
couple
else
of
you want to
years have
cover
been
for
anything to go
Bethesda
by,
then?
I think that
Bethesda,
pretty much covers it.
that's kind of all they've really done, wasn't it?
They done Doom Eternal, Orion, Rage 2 DLC, Wolfenstein.
Yeah, no
But-
one cares
I
about any of that.
might.
Nobody
Well,
cares
I
about any
care
of
about
that.
the Rage stuff, but the DLC is just the DLC. It's Rage. You're going to blow. But I've noticed that gameplay for Rage 2 is a lot. It is very Doomish.
Mhm.
It is
Yeah,
like-
Rage is very Doom-like, ain't it, man?
like the first Rage was very open world. Like it was.
Why
it was
make
basically-
more Doom games? Just call it something else. Can I call it Rage? Aye, man.
We'll the Rage franchise. And like I said, I've yet to play Rage 2 because I've not had the money to buy it. I actually just realised I do have money to buy it right now, and I might. But
He's only the money to
It's-
buy it, Viper.
but it looks like it's interesting. It is interesting because I've seen everything, and even like one of the DLCs for Rage 2 was, if you buy it early, you get the BFG. So what we would get the big
What's the
fucking
B-
gun.
The big fucking gun, big friendly giant. Meant it.
Yeah, like you get the big fucking gun. And I'm like, and all the
I like
gameplay
the
I've
big
seen
friendly
is
giant, mate. Big friendly
fuck's sake,
Killie.
Danny Dio's in the game for fuck's sake. Like,
Yeah, well, at least that's a better accent than the one they were trying to pull off with that fucking that Watch Dogs 3 trailer. See that American boy by the end of it. What, governor?
what governor?
Hey, mate, Unga Even that's better than the fucking
Howdy
accent.
dowdy dow.
What's happening, Squad
Glad.
Go Gamers? What's happening, Chaos Monkey, Vanessa? How you all doing? Kerry's there in chat, but you're also here on podcast. Let me you doing in chat. Yeah, fucking weirdo.
Multitask. I'm a woman inside.
He's a woman inside. I like it.
God, flip it, man. What do you want to talk about? What was your favourite out of the other conferences?
Cyberpunk, obviously, but we'll get to that. I've got a few things I like.
We'll get to Cyberpunk.
We'll
We'll get a whole
to
half
Cyberpunk.
an hour.
Save Keanu to the
Cyberpunk
end,
a bit.
Yes. But I'm thinking
Week 56 of the IndiScots podcast.
Cyberpunk.
Week 56
as you were
Cyberpunk edition.
talking about Watch Dogs here, I think I'll bring up the Watch Dogs trailer.
Fuck yeah.
And we'll watch the Watch Dogs trailer.
Ubi's conference was pretty good too. Like
Ubi's conference was very good.
Oh, I liked the Just Dance. It was hilarious.
It was. I might buy it just for the sake of buying Skibidi. Just doing Skibidi. Why not?
no Space Monkey this year though. What was it? Between Good and Evil. Beyond Good and Evil.
Beyond Good and Evil.
Oh, 2.
Oh yeah, there wasn't any Space
Yeah.
Monkey.
Space Monkey?
Beyond Good and Evil 2.
Yeah.
Don't know.
Just
Don't know
saying,
Beyond
right?
Good and Evil 1.
Did you guys?
Too
did you
busy
guys see the
playing
trailer?
Civ and Destiny, mate. Like that.
These games can't keep up. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course we can't keep up. Do you know
I've
what I
not
mean?
got time to play games. I'm too busy
Every-
watching trailers,
almost-
mate. Right?
Almost every game you buy is like, play me forever, don't ever put me down, I'll be updated tomorrow, I promise you, man. And then fucking E3's like that, oh, look at all us games, we'll be updated forever, we'll fucking play us forever, team. You're like, I've got literally 24 hours in a day and I don't sleep enough as it is.
One day it'll be a games company. Like it'll probably be. I'm guessing it'll be EA, right? But EA will invent the no sleep pill, and for $7.99 a month, you will not have to sleep. But if you go for the tier 3, which is $24.99 a month, not only do you not need to sleep, but somebody will sleep for you.
Oh, I was hoping you were going to say you don't need to have a shit. That would have been.
Oh,
Send you
Well,
live cam footage of the guy sleeping for you.
it'll be like we'll send you a fully functioning toilet. And the reason I'm saying E3, EA, and not Bethesda is because if Bethesda sent you a fully functioning toilet, you'd get the seat. Like,
You just imagine, can't you? Why those racing game chairs, man, be like a toilet seat. Like fucking.
You can get those. You can actually get those. There's ones with
no.
toilets, mini fridges, holders. Like
You never need to
Oh,
stand
you've got
up
to
half
leave
your
the toilet
gaming
next
chair.
to
You
your
just
mini
roll it
fridge.
into the toilet, unclip the wee toilet seat bit, and let it go. Just roll with it,
hold
man.
on, I'm gonna Google toilet seat gaming chair.
As you do that, we're going to watch the Watch Dogs
Rule
trailer.
34. Rule 34.
London. Had a good run there for a
Oh,
while.
it's a Pinterest. Oh.
Now it's all right.
That's what I was like.
Bombings.
See the start of the
And
trailer?
people thrown
I
in
thought it was
cages
actually
like
a trailer for
animals.
Modern Warfare.
Oh, and who could forget the killer robots everywhere?
Why?
Because the words he says at the very start, it sounds a lot
yeah.
like what they said at the start of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1.
It's up to us to take our city back.
Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare 1.
Thing is, we can't do it alone. We need to recruit a resistance. I know what you're thinking. Where do we start?
See, that looks quite good, man. I played a wee bit
Open
of
your
it,
eyes and take a look
demo
around.
wise, and
Look
enjoyed
here.
it.
Look at him.
Mr. Robot.
No, not
It's
him.
one of the games I skipped
Him.
because I was too busy doing other things
Former
again.
MI5.
Whereas this
Duty
trailer
never
sort
ends.
of turned me on a wee bit.
Yeah, I've never seen
He can get anywhere and erase.
Turned them on a wee bit.
Something this game has that I quite
See ya.
like is the fact you
kick
can
those
build
bastards
your
out,
own
London.
team. Like
She got
everyone
kicked out
has
of
their
Oxford
purpose,
robotics
everyone's got,
for
but it's also
teaching them to,
permadeath, so it's a bit like
reproduce.
it's a bit XCOM-ish.
Ooh. Is it?
Yeah.
That fella over there,
This boy cops
proper
it.
villain. Come on, come at me. He'll break your skull just for looking that funny.
The whole point is literally you build your own team. Everybody in the world can be recruited. It's just like, so say for example, like you as Yaldi put it once, you can make a team of grannies,
Allow me to introduce
and I think Yaldi will make a team
deadliest of the
of
lot.
grannies.
There's a granny assassin there, yes.
I think she just walks up and goes, "Oi."
Like I said, you can
Assassin's
recruit
granny.
anyone. And I mean bloody anyone.
I like how as well it's quite realistic as some of the characters look like
Everyone is
absolute
a
fuckboys.
secret weapon. Find them. Recruit them.
Do you think though that they'll really
Build
let
the
you
resistance.
access everybody in the game?
That's what they said.
Yeah, it just sounds like marketing stuff. I'm not sure I'd
Let's
do
not
it.
fuck
I'll
this
wait to see that.
When you play through, what I really think fucking cars, car alarms to to garage doors, vending machines. Fucking everything's hackable. So if they wrap that up with this,
Watch Dogs
and
Legion.
you can tune in and find
Available
out who
March
people are
6,
recruiting
2020. Check out the
But
Watch
yeah,
Dogs
it's-
Legion
I
101
think-
how many
trailer.
folk
The thing,
are going
the
to
thing is
program into that.
That
this,
does look good. That does look
This,
really good.
the trailer doesn't really do it justice. It's the gameplay that makes it like.
Aye, but see, we like you was describing it there when the trailer was happening, man. That does sound, and then you can like, because if I didn't know that you could be recruiting them, I wouldn't have figured it out to the end of the trailer. But see, watching the trailer as you says that, knowing that I could recruit that granny as you see her on screen, it sounds like a good game to stream and stuff like that. You could have a right good laugh doing that.
I think like what turned me off with the last GTA was splitting the narrative between three
The last
characters, right?
GTA.
Well,
Oh, I thought you were actually talking about GTA. I thought you were actually talking about like Watch Dogs. Oh my
No.
god.
The last GTA.
Well, I look like a dick
the
now,
fact
don't
that it
I?
split the narrative between three folk, I was kind of like, do you know what? No, that's not for me. But then this extension of it, where anybody could become part of your narrative and you could adapt that, that's hell of what made it. Have I frozen again? Are you all laughing
No.
at me? Have I frozen
No.
again?
No,
No.
Viper said he
I
looked
don't know
like a dick, so I
either.
put the camera on Viper and then laughed at Viper a wee bit as he was
Oh, yeah.
talking.
I was pretending to freeze there, but nah, this looks fucking interesting as hell, man. I'm looking forward to it.
Aye, can
I'll
you
definitely
like?
get a bash.
Obviously, there's multiplayer. Could I show up with my crew and then
I don't
Yardy
think
shows
there
up
is
with his
multiplayer.
crew of grannies? Because that would be cool.
That'd be
like.
good if there was, though. Aye.
I will say, right, anyone who hasn't, definitely go and watch the gameplay because
The Legion 101 trailer, is that what they were talking about? At the end of the trailer there? Is that what it's called?
The game is called
Might be,
Watch Dogs
aye.
Legion.
It was about 6 minutes of gameplay, wasn't it? They showed you
No, it
about
was about
3
15
separate
minutes.
characters. Was it 15? Fuck, they showed you about
Yeah,
three
it was-
separate
it was
characters,
quite cool
including
because-
Granny.
Yeah.
Oh, aye,
because
yeah.
What it was that you followed the first guy, and he was walking through the streets, and he couldn't do anything because, like, literally, you heard it. He's like, "Oh yeah, but the drones are giving us right hassle," and they're like, "Oh, all right, so we need a drone expert." So he starts walking about. He comes across one woman giving the police hassle, and she's apparently like a famous MMA fighter, and he's like, "Good choice, love her in the team, but that's not what we're looking for right now."
Aye, she's a brawler, totally.
Yeah, and then like they go through and like, there we go, we found one, and he starts getting hassled and everything, and then so he jumps in, tries to recruit him, but then he has to run away, and he gets killed by the police. Then it goes like permadeath, and that's it. Like that character's dead, and it says for all the characters, "Oh yeah, he's dead."
And then it cuts you to like, was it
cool.
a choice or straight to the nearest operative type thing that you
I don't know if I think it would cut you like either straight to the nearest operative or
I think they had a wee bit of a choice on the phone. It scrolled to you like the nearest folk
Yeah.
or something like that, or the only folk recruited at that time, and he picked one, boom, it was her.
apparently all characters are voiced as well.
Aye.
Fucking
That
hell,
must have been a
mate.
lot of fucking work,
That's
man.
insane, bro. That is
I'm not gonna lie,
insane.
I'm quite happy as well that the game's not based in Los Angeles, California, or New York.
Where is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's based in London.
London.
Aye.
Like it's
You can't tell for the accents, but
Oh, the accents are terrible.
like it's nice to have a game that isn't
I'm fucking
based in
Cockney from
America.
London. It's mere scouse, ain't it?
I am from Wonderland.
It's like, all right, mate, I'm from London.
Aye.
That was good.
Other trailers that I have for us is Star Wars, Avengers, and Final Fantasy VII. But these what I see next.
Final Fantasy VII.
What I see
I'm
Final
going to get
Fantasy VII.
FF7. Just so the
Like-
kids can play it.
Well,
I've
the
never
thing is,
played any of the
I've-
Final Fantasy games, man.
What?
I
I've
played a bit
I've-
of 15 and
I think
13.
I'll wait for about 10 years until they're all remade.
Well, it's like
Mate,
mean,
you know,
it
they're
really
that
pissed off the
popular.
fans.
They're that
Yeah, good
popular,
point.
do you know what I mean? It's like,
it was like I played a little bit of Final Fantasy X because Madcap bought me it, and it was a good story. But what was putting me off was the turn based play, and for me, the only game, in my opinion, that the two games that only ever really worked for turn based play were XCOM and Pokemon. It's just like, but like, you know, it was basically I was like playing Pokemon with real people, and I couldn't run away from the fights. I was like, oh.
he's just pure blaspheme,
You
can't he?
can run away. You can run away in Final Fantasy X.
Yeah,
can
but it's
fight.
shit.
What is shite?
Like it's. But when I saw, it's.
I'm sorry, that was too good. That was too good.
Well, you can run away in Final Fantasy X, yeah, but it's shite.
But it's shite.
But it was.
It's because Kelly agreed to you as well. Kelly's like,
Yeah.
Shit.
But like in the Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy VII, from what I've been told, it's the best one. Like the story wise, it's the best Final Fantasy there is. The characters, the way they look insanely good, and it looks like they've actually.
It does look good.
They've put the Final Fantasy 15 gameplay style of like the hack and slash, which seems to be really popular, but they've not forgotten the old bit, because there's a mode that it looks like, and I think it's called like Optimum Charge or something. Or it's like, something charge, and it's basically as you battle over time, it charged like an ultimate, basically like an ultimate, and you click that, time slows down to near enough stopping, and you can choose one of the old moves that was in the original game.
Really?
Yeah, and it looks great. Like I
I've
was
seen that in the gameplay footage.
Maybe it doesn't slow down in game. Maybe you choose it beforehand. Maybe that was just a way of putting it in the trailer.
I don't think it's during the fight.
Because Final Fantasy 15, you could change between two different types of combat mode. There was one that was a bit more slow turn-based, pause mode or something. I don't think anyone used it, but you could.
Yeah, let's have a wee look at this trailer then. 4 minutes it is. Here we go.
People lost their shit when she appeared on
Oh,
screen.
of course they did. Of course they did.
You can hear the anime fans crying already.
Salty weep tears.
The thing is, I want to
These
get
sewer
this,
rats appear to call themselves Avalanche, sir.
The thing is, as well, is I'm like people that like, oh, this is a
You can have
game,
it
therefore I need
for
to play
saving
in
my
Japanese.
life.
Didn't see that in the trailer. Oh my god, we're getting motorcycle fights. Okay.
You think he's a keeper?
Oh my god.
That salt is fucking ridiculous, isn't it? Fucking so stupid.
Y'all gotta look at the bigger picture here. Nothing worth fighting for was ever won without sacrifice.
I like his chain gun arm.
Yeah. That was it. See, it was like that. It was overcharge. That was it. Overcharge. So hack and slash, and then you can choose the
Arlene.
move. People also lost their shit when she came on screen.
Have you been a good girl?
I heard you're having second thoughts.
There's one thing actually. We have
I
rendered
know
some
we
of the
have
most
to think
amazing
big
looking
if
games
we're
on
going
this
to make a
planet, right? And
difference.
Japan still can't fucking render
Not
water
like
right.
this. I just... I feel trapped. My turn.
I said that you ever feel that again. I'm starting to change my mind. I might make an exception to this one.
Get going.
The combat does look good.
I'm sorry, I'm waiting for this game. I'm like, oh yeah. I guess
Sometimes I'm amazing. It's a bit that get the hack and slash.
Got you now.
Proper. Fight skills. Yeah, really. Just open it up and how to play.
I think one reason why people know this game's going to be so
You're not
successful
real.
is because we already know the story.
Clown.
is
I have a favor to ask of you.
we already know
Run
the story's
away.
fantastic. He
You
looks
have to
just
leave.
oh,
You have to
hi
leave.
Kenny Omega.
You bastard! Yeah!
Young Angel guy.
Hold on to that hatred.
Yeah, but there's a rest to called Kenny Omega who basically half of his moves after him.
There it is. Comes out March 3rd next year.
That laugh, Kelly, it was
Just-
sort of like half like wrestling,
Just-
really.
The combat
Sorry, I
looks
couldn't help
fucking
myself.
fantastic in that game. Does look good. Obviously the story's going to be good. It's a loved game, ain't it?
The amount of hints that Vanessa gave me going, oh, March 3rd, my birthday's the... Absolutely. Like, I forgot your birthday was in March, Vanessa.
That's the best time you can buy it, and then you can play it yourself. It's a gift for her and yourself. Perfect present.
Are we buying it on PC?
I'll probably not get it. I'm not going to lie. I'll probably watch somebody play it. Maybe
I'll
like
play it on
Gildy or something as he
PlayStation,
plays
probably.
it. But I've just not been in the series, do you know what I mean? There'll be so many references and stuff that I don't get. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Well, it's one of the weird ones where you didn't really need, like, I'm like you, I would want to play them all the way through, or at least play through.
that's
the
what
original
stops me
to
from
catch up.
fucking. That's what stops me from
Yeah,
just jumping
but
into it.
each and every installment is a complete. Well, most installments are a complete different. I don't want to say
Yeah,
reality or story.
Yeah.
Like,
Different. Yeah.
it's based on a different reality, but set within the same universe type thing. You know what I mean?
Hi, Black Mirror.
Yeah. They're a Black Mirror game, yeah. I'd do that.
A Black Mirror game.
Gildy not agreeing with Chaos. Yeah, Chaos says, am I the only one who doesn't care about Final Fantasy? Gildy comes in with the late agreement, like that shit. Gildy's like, no, I'm a Final Fantasy fanboy. I love it. I'm waiting for
Goes out,
this
gets
game
Final
too,
Fantasy
Viper.
written across his arm over his forehead.
Aye.
But yeah, Final Fantasy looks amazing. Right, shall we bite the bullet?
The game I was hinting was Animal Crossing, March 20th, Vanessa says, Viper.
Oh, she's getting Final Fantasy. She can shut it. Vanessa, I've got real life debts to pay for. I don't need to worry about fucking Animal Crossing debts as well.
So one thing I wanted to talk about Cyberpunk, right? We're just got to get into that now. We'll start off with CD Projekt Red, how they reiterated the non-obligatory crunch policy. So we'll talk about that. So last month, CD Projekt said it wanted to ensure that the developers on Cyberpunk 2077 didn't have to endure the punishing crunch that concluded the development of The Witcher 3. That included the implementation of a non-obligatory crunch, a policy enabling developers to take a pass on working long hours if they don't want to do it. In an E3 interview with Kotaku, CD Projekt Red chief Martin Iwerski reiterated the studio's commitment to making the policy work. The big Cyberpunk 2077 demo for the show was a good opportunity to put words into action, and it did work, he said. Some people were working long hours on the demo, and some who felt they wanted to leave, they were leaving, and it was no problem. Actually, it's still a lot of work ahead of us on the crunch policy, because we want to make sure that there will be no guilt when people will be leaving early if they need to, in case we ask some people to stay. But I think that's how it's supposed to be, and I'm really happy with that. See, like, I like what he said there. He's like, because that's what we were talking about the last time when they talked about implementing this policy. We were talking about like how, like, imagine you were decided to stay at work, and you've seen everybody else leaving, and you know you're still going to be in for another 5 or 6 hours. You could then go on to resent your colleagues and maybe try and peer pressure some other people into staying on with you. So it's good to see that they say that they've got still a work ahead of them, and that is probably what he's talking about there. So, like, I think it's really good, and I think other game companies should take off, like, use them as an example. Totally, man. Because, like he says, it's working already. Do you know what I mean? Like, people.
Well, look at look at it. Well, not look at it. It's more like like people want to become game developers because they love gaming. They want to do it because they want to make something that they can genuinely be proud of. That's why people do things. It's why, we do this, is because we love it, right? And
So you're trying to tell me, like, people that in like call centres are like, yes, there's the phone ringing again. You're fucking beautiful.
Exactly.
Hello, sir. Did you know that PPI was missold if you didn't need one or after it? Like, who would fucking have that?
Get your fucking. He's like, I love my job.
like growing up, like excited about pursuing a career in the telecoms industry. Fuck no.
But these people, like, you know, they clearly have a passion for what they're making. Otherwise, they wouldn't want to do it. And everyone knows, if you are forced to do something for 14, 16 hours a day, like, while just to churn it out quicker, you start to resent it. Like, you know, what we were just saying. And it seems to be their whole, like, I won't say policy, their whole ideology, like ethos behind this is, if the employees are happy, the game will come out better, therefore customers will be happy. That seems to be incentive, and that's a good incentive.
Because if the people are working and they're enjoying their work, they're still pouring their love into the game because they're no working with extra hours, it should translate to a better product. I think that's what they're going for as well. Do you know what I mean? Like, keep people happy at their working, they will produce better work rather than people trying to cut corners to get home because they've been told they're working an extra 8 hours on top of their 8-hour shift. Do you know what I mean? So, like, I really commend CD Projekt Red for that. I really do.
What was the game company that when someone asks, "Oh, when's the game coming out? Like, when's it finished?" and it goes, "The game will be coming out when it's done."
That's CD Projekt Red.
It was CD Projekt Red.
It was CD Projekt Red. Yeah, it was Cyberpunk 2027. That's 2077.
Yeah, because we've seen it so many times with games that games are pushed out to meet deadlines. Fallout 76, and they're of No Man's Sky, and they're shite,
and they fall short because of it,
and they fall short. Whereas, see if someone, like, what was the game that was hyped for so long and was shite that I didn't already mention?
Anthem
bombed.
There we go. Anthem, right? See if Anthem came out in 5 years' time. And it then got one of the big well, yeah, but if they done if it became one of the most, like, critically acclaimed games of all time, but they could have said, "Oh, we could have released it 5 years earlier," but it would have been this, and that. The fans would have been like, "Oh, I no, glad we waited."
But then it's again. We need to not know about it until the game releases, and then do you know what I mean? If you know about it for those 5 years, and you're made wait for it for 5 years, there's plenty of
Beyond
games.
Good and Evil 2.
There's plenty of games that were like that.
Elder
And when they
Scrolls
finally
6.
came out, they done terrible. The one that comes to mind is The Last Guardian. People were going mental for that for years. Oh, The Last Guardian, and it finally came out.
Makers of Shadow of Colossus.
And it didn't do well. Do you know what I mean? People just they waited too long, and when it came out, it was what a game should have been 3 years ago instead of
What's interesting about this is it's actually got me it seems further along than anybody I think would have taken it for. And then they've already slapped it a release date.
But that's to their credit again, do you know what I mean? It looks much further along. They've obviously had fucking Keanu Reeves in for a long time working on that game. Nobody's known about that. And then, do you know what I mean? They're at a stage where they'll probably have the game ready for around about November. But we see, because of their new policy, I think they've maybe left themselves a couple of months wiggle room so as people can leave early. Do you know what I mean? So, like, fair play to them, and like Viper says, if we need to wait for a game to be finished and good, we're willing to wait. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And especially if they've done it the way
Jedi Order fucking game. Take a wee bit longer.
That looked awful. Like,
is that the Star Wars game?
It looks like they've literally just taken Force Unleashed 2 and reskinned it.
I've got that trailer as well.
Cool,
did you not say previously you thought that's what it might end up being? I'm sure you did, Viper.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was like, this is going to be a Force Unleashed 2 reskin.
Right, let's have a look at this and see what they're talking about. Let's
I'm hearing propaganda comparing it to fucking some sort of Sekiro-esque thing, and I'm not buying it though.
Yeah. We'll only be playing this game in Japanese. The wee bot though looks adorable. That's
Looks
one thing
like
that Star
fucking
Wars.
Wally or something, but that.
Yeah.
Ready to do this?
Wally and Johnny Five.
Johnny
Like,
Five.
there are some concepts that are cool, such as the whole, you know, 80s walking through water, because we actually haven't seen that before. This seems a bit cheap, I'm not gonna lie.
Got a name?
I saw him and I was like, oh.
I'm here on Jedi business.
My opinion about Star Wars is fucking how long are they gonna get to beat on that same cash cow, man?
Decades.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and I'm gonna say right now, right, that cow is dead.
Cow is dead and it's still far shooting their gold and most other fucking, you know what I mean?
We have to stop them.
I was hoping for something like Jedi Knight or Jedi Academy.
The Jedi!
Actually, I wouldn't mind
for some reason.
I wouldn't mind a Star Wars The Old Republic remake.
Oh, well, yeah.
Is not yet
I wouldn't mind a Star Wars
Tuesdays at some point.
I believe it or not, actually, it's an online game, so I could play it with you, because I haven't played it fully yet either.
No, we are not doing that.
Oh, he talks computer. Why does he not just talk computer back to him and give subtitles? That'd be quality, wouldn't it? Wee computer goes like that, and the guy's like that. Gives subtitles down the bottom like that. Yes.
There's actually an option to play the whole game in bells and whistles. Here, do you remember when the character went boop beep beep boop beep boop boop beep beep beep?
What it was actually saying was
Sounds like some lo-fi dubstep shit or something.
Oh, it was Father's Day today, wasn't it? Shit, forgot about that.
Happy Dad Day.
Happy Dad Day. Mm-hmm.
Look, my dad's standing right next to me.
I phoned my dad I knew, right? Live on the podcast on loudspeaker. He'd be like that. What?
Buy the dad a kebab. That's what they should do today.
Buy the dad a kebab. It's Dad Kebab Day. There you go. Right from Killie's mouth. Killie is a father. He speaks from experience. Kebabs make
We've
dads
just basically
happy.
confirmed on podcast that Killie's pipe works. That's what we've done just now. Killie is father. Oh, okay.
One other
Thanks
thing
for
I
letting
wanted
us
to
know.
talk about this week was the StarLink that was launched a few weeks ago. Did you see anything about this? The StarLink?
We're off E3 now, guys.
We're off E3 now. StarLink
We're
was
now
a
talking technology.
technology.
Oh, do you know what? I still talk about the Death Stranding trailer, no?
No.
No, 'cause I'm not gonna lie.
That trailers we're talking about last week that Sony were going to show at E3.
Oh, the one that they 100% showed at E3.
Sony on that fucking E3, shut up.
So I like Starlink. I'll read a wee bit of the article, right? SpaceX first 60 product design Starlink satellites have been successfully placed in orbit, kicking off a constellation beta test at an unprecedented scale. According to CEO Elon Musk, a spacecraft also managed to successfully phone home after separation. The company's Redmond satellite operators still need to verify that all spacecraft are functional. This is an older article. They have recently I know they're all working. And healthy after Falcon 9 launch and a chaotic deployment from the rocket's upper stage, but the riskiest part of the mission is now arguably behind SpaceX. What remains is essentially a massive hardware-rich test of SpaceX StarLink satellite constellation, ranging from granular flight testing of individual components to an effective simulation of a full constellation's operation. So, but basically what Starlink is SpaceX, once it's all tested and stuff, and they've launched a few more satellites, I think they plan to have 180 minimum satellites at any one time, and they launch 60 per rocket, so there needs to be another 2 rockets go up. But they're going to have, above your position at any one time, there'll be 4 satellites that talk to each other, and I think they were talking $200 to buy this box that will fit in your pocket, and connects to your phone and all that, and you can get 5G internet anywhere in the fucking world. and Elon Musk says it is to help places like third world countries get access to like a richer, more fuller form of education.
Aye, like the Scottish Highlands.
Like the Scottish Highlands, yes.
Oh my god, wait, we could finally get some like full on like I cannot wait to see fucking Africa take Twitch by storm.
That'd be
Like,
brilliant.
Can you imagine?
Mate, that's
Imagine
something
if-
I was going to actually bring up. Do you know what I mean? That you're going to see a lot of more people for the third world country get access to the stuff we've got
shit,
access
what is
to.
Uganda
Fair enough,
gonna
it'll
go-
be the richer people from the third world countries,
I
but at
just-
least you'll get a window into these
Guys,
places.
I just kind of realised something. What's Uganda going to do when they find out about the Knuckles meme?
Now the guy already knows about it. That they took his sound bites for it and everything as well. It's fine.
Oh, okay. It was like okay, so like they actually are aware of it. Because I could
Well-
just imagine like them look at, hey, the fuck's this? Hold on. It'll be interesting to see though, because like it'll be good to get all these countries fully online, especially with some things that are going on in the world, Sudan, but like some of the things that like are really bad happening, and the people of the world finally being able to find out about it quicker, because the stuff going on in Sudan that's been happening for months, and we're only just finding out about it because Western people are finally taking a notice of it because some people managed to get it up online.
Aye.
And
like,
look what happened with like Notre Dame and stuff. The second Notre Dame caught fire,
This
everybody
is,
fucking
I
knew
mean,
about it.
this is fucking huge, right? Because SpaceX aren't. Do you know what I mean? They're not a normal telecommunications company. They stand
Aye.
alone, and they see with this StarLink that they've just launched, they've pretty much going to fucking corner the market. Do you know what I mean? They're pretty much going to corner the market. They're going to fucking pretty much be the ones with the biggest say when it comes to space communications, and I think we might see a lot of change. Do you know what I mean? Like Article 13 just get fucked up the arsehole with fucking shit like that. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Are they not? Am I right? They said they're going to use some of the money towards Mars exploration stuff. Is that what their plan is with some of
yes, yeah. Because SpaceX have got a lot of stuff on the table. Like I've spoke about it a few times about the space station that they plan. Big circular space station with a few rings in it. The middle ring is going to be like zero gravity. The second ring will be moon gravity, and then the very outer ring will be Martian gravity. Oh no, the outer ring will be Earth gravity. Do you know what I mean? So as you could go on holiday to the space station, or astronauts, or people going to work on the moon, or do you know what I mean? Because NASA are planning the moon thing as well, the
When
moon
did they
colony.
want to build this for again?
Say again.
When did they say they want to build this for again? The space station.
The space station. There's no date on it yet for the space
Oh right.
station.
I would say, take the date, take the space station date, and add 8 years.
See how they're
That's
sending
how
the
long it will
Falcon.
take for it to be
They're sending the
Starbucks
Falcon
space.
Heavy to Mars, and then it's coming back. I think once they establish that they can send something to Mars, put it round orbit a few times, and then bring it back, I think that's when they'll really start working on acclimatizing humans to shit like that.
I'm going to be interested as well because you're just talking about all the 5G stuff. I'll give you some, in case anyone doesn't know about like how powerful 5G actually is. Like,
5G's fucking massive, man. Like 300
Yeah.
megabytes a second and stuff like that. It's
well,
crazy.
put me right. On 3G, for a 2-hour film, it took you 26 hours to download. On 4G, it took you 8 minutes. Right? That leap alone from 26 hours to 8 minutes. That's
all right, Renji san, welcome.
But yeah, it's that. It's all right, Renji san. But now you can download a 2-hour film with 5G in 3 seconds.
Oh, I'm just reading that now. Yeah.
Like and I'm thinking if we're getting that fast, we've already
People's got to be sitting at
established-
home like that. I can get all the porn.
Popeye.com. Like, you know,
And all it costs you is your nuts. That shit's going to be radiating out your fucking pocket like a goddamn.
Yeah, it's all right. We're already
like
going
to Chernobyl. Fuck that shit.
Aye.
Man. That stuff's
Look,
deadly as fuck.
Well,
You're telling me somebody wanted
is there
a box for it, a separate box.
Is there proof?
I don't know
that
how big the
5G
box for
causes this
Starlink's going to be, but I imagine
Because-
it'll be something like you can clip on or something.
They
It'll
will
not be much
somehow-
bigger than an Android, is what I'm saying.
Aye.
if you're wanting proof, Viper, there was a snippet on a podcast last night called the No Agenda podcast where they just catch news clippings all over the place.
But we were saying the exact same about 4G though. We were saying the exact same about 4G.
The problem is this was actually one of the EU's buildings that installed fucking 5G, and it's pretty much like
it's because we know fucking nothing about 5G.
Yeah, well, the thing is, they stay in a bunch of metal containers, and they reckon it was fucking literally acting like a microwave because they were surrounded by the emitters.
Fuck.
And were the first ones to push it, and they were in the European Parliament going, "This shit isn't fucking safe. We're all sick."
Fuck.
So if their own fucking goddamn parliamentarians are going, "This ain't right," then I don't know. But it's already installed. It's already coming. It's too late. 5G over, mate.
All I know now is, though, I'm getting seasick watching fucking Privilege move around like some sort of fucking shit.
Sorry, I have got computer chairs like all you all.
Shall we join him? Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
I'll join the group. There we go. So yeah, like the whole thing about 5G, right? Is like we don't know how deadly it is yet, and until
shaky cam in 60 FPS and all that. Anywhere in the world.
Hi guys, my name's Captain Privilege. IRL stream here.
But we're pretty much going to be finishing up the podcast in the next 5 minutes. We're going to be playing some Jackbox and some Scrabble, maybe some board game online. We'll be playing some party games, so you're all more than welcome. Join the waiting room in the Discord if you already have it. If you don't, !Discord and chat. Anything you want to talk about before we finish up?
Any other games we forgot to cover?
There was the
I guess Breath of the Wild getting a sequel, but it was more just them going, Breath of the Wild's getting a sequel.
Yeah. I don't think anyone but me cares about Baldur's Gate 3 because I'm old.
Well, it's interesting because I want to see what else George R. R. Martin can do. Like out with the Game of Thrones thing, because it's kind of.
I want to I don't want to see anything else George Martin can do until Game of Thrones is fucking finished. George, finish Game of Thrones, you prick, before we end up with the fucking TV series as the fucking end of Game of Thrones. Fuck's sake.
He's gonna die before he finishes, mate. Just give up.
Mate.
No, like, I've already said this. I've said this numerous times, is that Game of Thrones is finished book form, but it will not publish until he dies. And I bet he's written that in his will. He's spoken with his
George,
publishers.
we don't want you to die. We want you to write Game of Thrones.
Until I die.
Right? Is this so he avoids all the rage?
Yeah, basically like, bye guys.
Bye guys, I wrote it exactly as it was in the TV show, bye.
Better respect because I'm dead.
To be honest, that was an rage when Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time series as well. He died for fringe that wanker.
But yes, right. Thank you for watching the IndiScots Scots We Sold podcast. Like I say, we'll be playing some party games. Jump in the Discord in the waiting room, and I'll put these into the stream live in a couple of minutes. Thank you, Kelly, for joining us this week. Pleasure as always, son. Thank you, Captain Privilege, for joining us. Pleasure as always. And thank you, SMviper. Captain Privilege, tell us a wee bit about our sister podcast.
Stepsister podcast over at the Fort Chronicles, the Unmonetisables, episode 48. We're catching up, coming up my year, just nipping at the heels. But if you want to hear me and a couple of other lads sliver about the old trending tat of the week, aka your Twitters and your YouTubes and your other assorted nonsense, fire on over at Fort Chronicles. Available on all podcast services tomorrow.
Links are in the description if you're watching on YouTube. Type in !Fock to get the link for those streams. And we'll see you all next week, guys. Back in 5 minutes for Jackbox and stuff. Hiya, Thunder. See you all next week, guys.
He didn't hump anything. Thunder didn't hump anything.
He's got time. Go on, Thunder. Come on.
Build this network on Scots with Jackbox, don't go anywhere. Don't go fucking anywhere. If you're watching on YouTube, go watch something else. If you're watching on Twitch, don't fucking go anywhere.